All right, we are about set for the finals and the parade of champions here at the 68th Annual Goodwill Invitational.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, tournament finals. At this time, please welcome your finalist wrestlers. In the 106-pound weight class, a sophomore from Augusta High School and a third-place finisher at last year's Goodwill, Marcus Terry. And his opponent in the 106-pound weight class, a sophomore, first place last year at Goodwill, first place at the 2020 regionals, and a 2020 state champion from Newton High School, Nick Treaster. In the 113-pound weight class from Newton High School, a freshman, placing in his first Goodwill, Bailey Steinmetz. And his opponent in the 120-pound weight class from Newton High School, a junior, third place in the 18 Goodwill, second place finished in the 19 Goodwill, a sixth place finish at the 19 regionals with a fourth place finish at the 20 regionals. Did not place. His opponent, a sophomore from Augusta High School, third place at last year's Goodwill, third place at last year's regional, and a third place finish at state, Grady Fox of Augusta High School. In the 126-pound weight class, a soft tournament, and a one-time state qualifier from Derby High School, sophomore Tate Rusher. His opponents in the 120-pound weight class from Pratt High School, a senior, third at the 17 Goodwill, first at the 18 Goodwill, first at the 19 Goodwill, fourth place finish at the 18 regionals, a first place at the 19 and the 20 regionals. Did not place in the 18 state, but he is a two-time state champion from Pratt High School, Devin Weber. In the 132-pound weight class from Pratt High School, a senior, he's got a fourth place, a third place, and a championship time state qualifier from Pratt High School, Kaiser Pelland. His opponent from Derby High School, a sophomore, a fourth place finish at the regional tournament last year, and a fourth place state finisher, a sophomore from Derby, Nolan Egan. In the 138-pound weight class from Pratt High School, a junior in his first Goodwill finals, Keyshawn Thompson. His opponent in the 138-pound weight class, a junior, fourth place finish in last year's Goodwill, a third place at the 19 regionals, and a regional championship last year, a two-time state qualifier from Douglas High School, Matt Reynolds. The 145-pound weight class from Goddard Eisenhower, a senior, finished seventh place at the 18 regionals in his first Goodwill finals, Israel Garza. His opponent in the 145-pound weight class, a senior from Newton High School, also in his first Goodwill finals, that is Jaden Simmons from Newton. And in the 152-pound weight class, a senior from Derby, he's got a second place and two first place finishes right here at the Goodwill. He has a first place, a second place, followed by last year's regional championship, And he's finished third, second, and last year as a state champion in the 145 weight class. This year wrestling 152, Kaysen Lindsay of Derby. His opponent, 152-pound weight class. We got a senior from Pratt. He's finished third in the Goodwill, fourth in the 2020 regionals, and a state qualifier. We have Hogan Thompson from Pratt. In the 160-pound weight class, a senior in his first Goodwill finals from Derby, Jace Jenkins. And his opponent, a junior from Bueller High School. He finished fourth in the 18 Goodwill and last year's 152 champion. He's finished second in the 19 regionals and a regional champion last year. He has finished sixth at the 19 state tournament and your defending 152 state champion. It is Sam Elliott from Bueller High School. In the 170-pound weight class from Augusta High School, a junior, fourth place finish last year at the Goodwill, a regional champion last year and a state runner-up in the 2020 state tournament. You have Garrett Davis from Augusta. His opponent from Derby, a senior, third place at last year's Goodwill, a sixth place finish at the regional tournament last year and a state qualifier last year, finishing sixth place. That would be Trayton Rusher from Derby. In the 182-pound weight class from Derby, a sophomore in his first Goodwill finals, Miles Wash. And his opponent, place at the regional tournament last year, a state qualifier, Jace High from Douglas. In the 195-pound weight class from Derby High School, a sophomore, finished fifth place in the 19 regionals, Blaze Wood from Derby. His opponents from Newton High School, he is a freshman in his first Goodwill finals, Logan Buchanan from Newton. And in the 220-pound weight class from Bueller, we have a fifth place finish right here at the Goodwill last year, a seventh place finish at the regional tournament last year, Jackson Childs from Bueller. His opponent, the 220-pound weight class, a junior, third place finish last year at the Goodwill. Last year's regional, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Martin from Douglas. And your final weight class at 285, we have a senior from Goddard Eisenhower, a second place finish at the Goodwill in 2018. Last year, an eighth place finish at the regional tournament in 19. Ladies and gentlemen, Gator Yuza. And his opponent at 285 from Pratt High School, a sophomore, participated in his first Goodwill finals, Drake Van Scoya. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your championship opponents. At this time, let's go ahead and bring the 106-pound weight class to the mats.
All right. So we are set to go with the Goodwill finals. We're going to try to get a little bit better look at it with the camera. They have dimmed the house light. They have a light over top of the mat, but the scorer's table light is silhouetting out everything else that is happening. So just one light here over top of the mat as we get set to go for the Goodwill final. Nick Treaster of Newton and Marcus Terry of Augusta at 106 pounds.
First up in the first place match in the 106-pound weight division, Treaster from Newton High School and Terry from Augusta High School.
There we go. We got a little bit better look now. Adjust our camera so we can see it a little bit better. So our Goodwill final. 106 pounds.
Let's say Treaster was a good.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by how many state champs we got in the building. I was not aware of that. That's good stuff. Treaster's one of them.
Nice go behind technique.
Treaster of Newton in control. He gets a quick takedown of Terry of Augusta. Treaster, last year's Goodwill champion and state champion as a sophomore.
It's just good control. That's a confident move there.
And they tumble out of bounds. 127 left in the opening period. 2-0 Treaster with the lead over Terry of Augusta.
Say good spiral right going right now.
Yeah, he's got lots of good pressure. He's controlling the match right now. Treaster's controlling the match with that spiral ride. He's got the claw in deep.
So he's got that leg hooked in the back now. Gonna look for a turn here real quick.
If I'm the Augusta kid, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna go. I know I'm going against the state champ. I gotta be attacking. I can't just sit there and let him do what he wants. Yeah, he's got that. He's got tight.
50 seconds left in the first period. 2-0 in favor of Treaster of Newton.
Say Treaster should hit that crossface right there.
Yeah, he's keeping that crossface nice and tight, getting that arm
Yeah, and I
locked
said
down.
now he switches it to a claw. Augusta wants to be careful winging that down. He could possibly get rolled to his back there.
Yep, he's got to have something big here.
Yep.
I mean, he's got to have a good move, a solid move on the whistle. He's coming up, but man, he's quick to get that crossface on, trap that arm.
Down to the final 20 seconds of the first period. Treaster of Newton last year. The final 20 seconds of the first period. Treaster of Newton last year's state champion, in control over Terry of Augusta.
Ref should be counting here.
Yeah, hang on that leg for too long.
0 Treaster, the defending state champion over Marcus Terry of Augusta, who is last year's third place finisher here at Goodwill.
It was Augusta's decision. He defers. Treaster from Newton decides to take bottom. I have a feeling he's going to score a quick reversal here, or at least an escape.
I'm thinking up and out and then work for another takedown, try to get that 5-0 lead.
He's Newton's hitting a double thigh pride to try to keep control, but it does not work. That's good mat awareness by Treaster, bringing him back in. He could have easily just taken him out of bounds and reset his hit as Treaster going back down, but he's going to keep that, go for a back trip there.
That should be 2.
Yep,
And there's a reversal for Treaster. He leads it 4-0 now over Augusta's Marcus Terry with 1:25 in the second period.
Even though he is not on the mat, he's got both feet down, both hands down, and the Treaster is behind, which it does result in a reversal.
Control.
He's in a pretty good position here, but
Say,
looks like Treaster's pretty good at
Treaster's
scrambling
got
as
that
well.
far ankle real locked down here.
He's going to put it behind his head. That's usually one of the best ways to keep them getting reversed on.
So now they're going to stalemate.
hanging
So
tough.
it'll be a stalemate. They'll stay in the position with Treaster in control and a 4-0 lead. 47 seconds left in the second period.
Looks like, yep, he's going to go ahead and give the Augusta kid
An escape
here and get it back on his feet. So we're going to go 4-1 right here off the start with 47 seconds left in the second.
Yep, I like this from Treaster. Start to open it up, get some takedowns, extend that lead, possibly get a major in the third.
This kid is good on bottom. He's able to fight off and not let him get taken to his back. So, and there's a shot. Good.
Terry of Augusta trying to be the aggressor here a little bit.
Yeah, he had to have a little bit better setup there. It was almost like he everybody knew that shot was coming. His opponent knew it was coming. That's why he wasn't very effective.
I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen a legit shot attempt here from Treaster since he let him up. I would have thought Treaster would have been pushing the pace here, trying to get that takedown. 15 seconds left.
That was a nice quick pop in the neck.
Final 10 seconds of the period. Treaster leads at 4-1 over Marcus Terry of Augusta.
Treaster's got to elevate here.
No, that's how we're going to end the second there, 4-1. But that was
End of 2. We go to the third, 4-1. Treaster leads Terry of Augusta. And Terry's going to choose bottom.
He's in this match. The Augusta kid is in this match. Got to have hand control.
Here it comes.
Though. Yeah,
Yep.
got to have hand control. Nah, you got any points? There's points. There'll be points. We're going to start seeing him. I think he's going to stick to that tilt and start opening it up that way.
So he's going to make it 7-1 in favor of Treaster with 1:35 left.
Say Augusta's got to use that right hand as a pry on that 2-on-1, try to get his hand back. Say Treaster with a mean crossbody ride going right now.
Got that hand control. Got to establish hand control.
Another tilt coming up real quick.
Yeah, he's getting it locked up tight, pulling him into his lap.
Newton,
Using that forearm, 2-on-1 forearm as a seatbelt across his opponent's body. He's getting it nice and tight so he can have leverage to do that tilt.
at 106
ref's gotta
pounds.
get on the bottom guy here from start moving.
At 106 pounds, Newton's Nick Treaster leads Marcus Terry of Augusta 7-1 with 45 seconds left.
Yeah, he likes that spiral. He likes a different spiral where he's getting hit in the cross face. Sometimes he's turning it into a claw, but he's definitely working that spiral real hard, getting him flattened out. Just dominating that hand control fight.
Yes, I mean Augusta is almost kind of conceding this. He's just
He's got to come up with 6 points with 27 seconds against the state champ. So I think he's aware of what's going on right now. But he definitely he's figuring out what he needs to work on today for sure.
Yes, I definitely he's learning a lot in this match, especially the field from a state champ. It's pretty different compared to just about everybody else.
Final 5 seconds come off the clock, and Nick Treaster, the sophomore from Newton.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Almost, man. That was good stuff. He went for it at the end. You got to give him some respect for that. He definitely went for it there at the end.
Yep. Say 7-1 against the state champ. That's not bad at all.
So the sophomore from Newton, Nick Treaster, the Goodwill champion at 106 pounds, beating Marcus Terry of Augusta. So now we'll move on to 113 pounds. You'll have Alton Weber of Prada Jr. against Bailey Steinmetz of Freshman. I got to tell you guys, it is weird having it be so 113 pounds. You'll have weird having it be so quiet in here for the final.
Yep.
So here we go. Weber from Pratt, Steinmetz from Newton at 113 pounds.
Oh,
nice
that's the
pick.
second. That was the second attempt at that pick too. He stayed low instead of coming back up. He just stayed down there. He's comfortable on his knees and was able to get another pick at it and got him.
So Weber from Pratt, the early 2-0 lead here in the opening period at 113 pounds.
Got to get your head off the mat.
Yep.
You're not doing anything good for yourself if your head's on the mat like that.
Say he's got to let go of that leg. There's not a whole lot you can do with an overhook of that.
No, you got to get that underhooked for sure. But he's not really doing much. Giving up position here. If I'm the top guy, I got to get my hip off the ground.
Yeah, see.
Got a nice little power half in there, but he really doesn't.
He's got to let go of that leg. That leg is what's holding him there.
He doesn't. The top guy doesn't have very good leg position either. He doesn't have a deep leg in there. Now he's starting to work a little bit deeper leg ride, but that's good stuff right
tight.
there. He's got that half in
Oh
tight.
wow.
So the 3 near fall points put Dakota Weber of Pratt on top 5-0 over Bailey Steinmetz of Newton.
Looking like we were
Comes
going
a
for a
2-on-1
tilt there.
tilt,
Yeah,
yep.
that's what it looked like he was trying to go for, but his opponent was aware of it and was able to fish his arm back out of there away from his body.
I say Newton's got to put that hand on the other side and now work his way up. There we go. Keeps overhooking that leg.
That's weird.
Yeah, to say there's not a whole lot you can do with that,
I don't hear
especially
the
when you're
coaches
trying to get out on
correcting
the bottom.
either.
Final 15 seconds of the first period at 113 pounds in the Goodwill final. Dalton Weber of Pratt with a 5-0 lead over Newton's Bailey Steinmetz. And that'll do it for the first period. So the junior Weber leads the freshman Steinmetz 5-0 after one. Weber won the flip, had the decision he deferred. Steinmetz, trailing 5-0, chooses top.
So this time it's got to get behind them arms.
That's a good lift there.
Yeah, it was.
That is a tiring move. Hopefully he doesn't have to do that too much, but that was a good lift and return back to the mat.
Say Pratt working that standing switch, but he doesn't get it.
They go out of bounds, so they'll come back, but still the 5-0 lead for Weber of Pratt.
Good hand control fight going on there.
Mhm.
Bottom guys, Pratt's definitely making sure he's got the hand control before he starts to move up to his feet. Not a good move to get on the whistle there. He's got
So you got hand
more
control
than
right away, though.
that. Yeah. Turn and face, cut it through.
There's the skate.
Picks right
Another
there
pick,
again.
yep, another pick right there.
Weber leads at 6-0 now, 1:22 left in the second period at 113 pounds over Bailey Steinmetz of Newton.
It's getting ready to be 8-0, if not
Yep.
more.
Yeah, say
He's got to know
Pratt
to belly
can climb
down
right
there.
up that back. Newton's got to bail.
Yeah,
he's got to bail.
he's got to know to belly down because he's getting ready to give up. He got lucky to not give up
Yep.
3 more there.
So it's 8-0 now. Weber the lead over Steinmetz. Weber of Pratt, Steinmetz of Newton. The junior Weber, a 8-0 advantage, 55 seconds left in the second period.
Say if I'm the Newton kid right now, I'm gonna try to load up a roll or something to try to get me back into this match. And I mean, if we get to the third period with an 8-0 score, I'd be expecting the kitchen sink coming from Newton.
That's good pressure there. He got that chicken wing in deep.
He's got to lock that elbow though.
Yep. And he's trying to go straight over the top instead of going towards his ear. He needs to run that elbow over his ear instead of going straight sideways, which is why he was struggling to get the turn.
Pratt going for a splittle here, but he didn't get the leg hook.
We might get 2 out of this here for Newton.
I don't think so.
No,
Pratt's
we got
the
10
ankles.
seconds left. I think we're going to end the
Yes.
up.
No.
Gotta get
He's
that
got
up.
the
Couldn't
leg
get the
though.
leg out.
Yeah,
Nope.
no, we got 2 seconds. And
That'll
that's
13.
Gotta say, I think if I'm
partner in the practice room, most likely.
Steinmetz on top again. Weber chose to be on bottom, leading 8-0 with 1:45 left here in the third period at 113 pounds of this.
yeah, say Pratt's very comfortable here. He's 8-0.
Would you
Say-
even do anything?
I mean, I'd get hands, that's for sure. So that doesn't happen. Newton with the cradle.
Steinmetz has him cradle. He's getting back points. He's nearing a pin.
Simon.
What a turn this would be.
We got 1:25 left, and he's got it tight.
Oh,
If he gets that leg lock, I don't. Man,
I don't know what he's missing here, to be honest.
this is a long.
He's got to get that knee in the side, get his forehead. Right
Oh
in
my
his
goodness, he's got to do it again now.
Rolled out of it. He gets
Keeps it
3 near
locked.
fall.
He
So
keeps it locked. He's going back.
He has not awarded the 3
He's
yet.
gotta
because
adjust,
it's
he's gotta
the same
adjust.
lock. He's got to let that lock go.
So now it's 8-3. Steinmetz
Yes.
tightens it up. 53 seconds left. He needs to get that again to have a chance to win. Well, he nearly flipped it on a
Man,
dime.
I thought he had him.
Say-
He looked like he was flat.
Pratt's got to get going. His butt's sitting directly on his heels.
Finally, a little bit of life here in the gym also after just stone cold quiet for the first match and a half. So Steinmetz of Newton trying to rally to win down to 30 seconds left
So I'm surprised.
against Dalton Weber of Pratt.
Yeah, he's got to get active
Yeah.
here.
to say I'm surprised the ref has not gave a stalling call to Pratt here. He has not made any effort to get out.
He's trying to hook that cradle up again, isn't he?
Yep, he might get it again. I think
13
Pratt's gassed.
seconds.
Suicide
I think
roll.
Pratt's gassed.
Yep.
13 seconds left, and he gets himself out of there to get the reversal. So Weber, at the last moment, ends any hope of a Bailey Steinmetz rally. Very, very exciting third period. But Dalton Weber, your Goodwill champion at 113 pounds after a really fun match.
Next up in the first place match in the 120-pound weight division.
I think both wrestlers learned a little bit something there.
Yep.
For sure. They're most likely going to see each other again this year. So that's going to be fun.
So at 120 pounds now, the Goodwill championship Grady Fox of Augusta, the sophomore, third last year in Goodwill and at the state tournament against Newton's Colin Bybee, a two-time state qualifier who was second at last year's Goodwill and third place in 2018.
Say Newton with the finalists in the first 3 weights. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I bet the practice room at the smaller weights in Newton's pretty fun to watch. I bet the guys like throw down.
Fox for Augusta, the early attempt at a shot, countered by Bybee.
Quick little sweep single by Newton there.
Yeah, say Bybee comes up with a 2-on-1. Gotta get the head position though.
A lot of hand fighting, heavy hands towards the edge of the mat there. Nice little snap down. I think these guys are both giving each other a little bit of respect there.
Say
This is Grady Fox and Newton's Colin Bybee.
A lot of hand fighting, not too much attacking there. Nice little drag though, well defended. That's a drag from a 2-on-1, wasn't it, Tim?
Yep. That's what it looked like.
Almost just a snap down, really. It was a bad shot. He was a mile away when he took that shot.
It was a mile away, but he didn't sit down there, so there's really nothing hurt. I mean,
Yeah.
He didn't let the guy sprawl and beat on him at all. Got right back to his feet.
25 seconds left here in the first period of our finals at 120 pounds. Grady Fox from Augusta and Newton's Colin Bybee scoreless.
Fox from Augusta just took a shot, but he was unable to get past his hand defense. He didn't clear the hands to get to the leg. He was stopped premature.
I say Bybee's doing a good job of getting getting shots. He just can't get a good lock in the middle of the mat here.
So, 2 points. Bybee of Newton takes.
I say Bybee's got to really wrench on that elbow, that cross face. There it is.
We get an escape. Grady Fox scores for the first time. It's 2-1. Bybee over Fox, Newton over Augusta.
I feel like this is where Newton wants to be. I feel like he was comfortable with letting him up. He looked a little bit more confident on his feet.
To be honest, I mean, he was getting good cross faces. I think I would have tried to beat on him a little bit more from the top position instead of just kind of conceding him that point.
Right. He's what I'm getting at is he's more. Yeah. He's definitely the better wrestler on the feet from what I've seen so far.
Now a stalling warning on Grady Fox. I'll come back to center. 31 seconds left in the second period of our 120-pound championship match here in Douglas. Bybee of Newton, a 2-1 lead over Grady Fox of Augusta.
Nice slide
that
by.
Was a nice slide by. He waited for him to take the shot. He fought off the shot, and then right when he was set, he popped him with the slide by. Scored another 2 points with 20 seconds left.
He's got short time. I'd try to hit a Spider-Man here, steal some back points at the end of the period.
Final 5 seconds of the second period. And we'll head to the third with Colin Bybee leading Grady Fox 4-1.
Oop, caution on green.
Nothing hurt.
Yep. He's ready to go. The caution on green.
How many of those you get?
2. And I think the third one's a point, yeah.
That one's clean. Their way to start the third. Bybee's a little eager.
Yeah, he's
get that
ready.
third period going. 120-pound weight class. Newton's Colin Bybee, a 4-1 lead over Augusta's Grady Fox. Bybee, second last year at Goodwill. Third place 2 years ago, a 2-time state qualifier. The sophomore from Augusta, Fox, third last year at Goodwill and at state.
Nice. Yeah, he's got to get based up. He's got to get his knees active, his hands active, have hand control. I mean, we got to get moving.
He's got to get
space.
Bibby's hands for sure. He's kind of letting Bibby do whatever he wants with his hands.
Yeah, he's like Bibby's applying that cross face nice and sturdy.
Say Augustus needs to get that cross face getting on the other side of his head and then work towards that hand to get free here. Say if he can get free down the way.
Less than a minute left in the third period.
You have that.
Yeah, it looks like I'm working,
Yep.
but he's just dominating control of the match. Yeah, he finally got a stalling for the green there.
A stalling warning for Newton's Colin Bybee. 4-1 with 20 seconds left in the third period.
Yeah, he's just hanging on the hill.
I mean, Bybee has 2 more stall calls that he can honestly give. So I mean, well, now he only has
Big escape for Fox. 19 seconds left. A takedown to tie it up. What a finish to that match.
Yep.
Boy, Grady Fox very narrowly missed the takedown to tie it up. And the champion at 120 pounds of the 2020 Goodwill, Colin Bybee of Newton.
The Fox kid there, he could have definitely come back and tied it up and potentially won it in overtime, but the correct guy won that match. It was clearly a dominant performance from the Newton kid.
So here we go to two-time state champion. Third at the 2017 Goodwill, the champion each of the last 2 years. So Weber has a chance to be a 4-time placer here at Goodwill, or will be a 4-time placer, but has a chance to be a 3-time champion of this tournament.
That's tough to do. This is a tough tournament.
Rusher for Derby is sophomore, state qualifier last year as a freshman, and it's Weber who gets aggressive out of the gate.
That was a nice deep shot. I mean, his chest hit that kid's leg. That was a nice deep shot. Control him all the way to the mat.
Yes, I like that. Weber's not wasting any time. He's going directly for it.
Jason, when are you doing those? Okay. That way everybody's. Pratt's Weber, a 2-0 lead at 126 pounds. 112 left in the first period.
Say Derby's trying to set up that roll, but Weber's doing a great job of following.
Yeah, he's got good pressure, and he's got hand control too.
Rusher's sophomore, Weber a senior. A win by Weber would put him in some pretty rare territory in the history of this tournament, a 3-time Goodwill champion.
I'd be interested to have Weber cut him here, extend that lead a little bit to 3. I think he could easily get another takedown or 2 in the 30 seconds here.
Yeah, just cut him, let him up, make it 2-1, hit him with another little quick blast, single, blast, double.
Yep.
Take him to the mat, but we only got 29 seconds left now.
Honestly, I think he could still possibly get it.
Yeah, he's definitely dominating this match thus far. Bottom guy's got to get moving. He's just sitting there letting him beat on him. I mean, his knees aren't active.
Final 10 seconds of the period.
Yes, Derby's just got to get up. He's so focused on moving side to side, trying to get that roll instead of just getting straight up.
There's a little cheap tilt action.
And they're going to give him 2 near fall points. Well, he threw that in there just in the nick of time to get a couple of 6 pounds after 1 period.
Yeah, that's an awkward start there, huh?
Yeah, why does Weber have his head just hanging?
It's a weird starting position, huh?
Yes, it's like he's asking him to.
That's what happened too. I think the Weber kid's just confident. He knows he's going to get. He's probably a pretty okay position wrestler, knowing where to push, where to create leverage. I think he's getting ready to get a big turn here.
Yeah, big reversal right there. Right to his back.
It's a reversal. Going to get some near fall. 4-0 now in favor of Dalton Weber of Pratt with 1:33 in the second.
He's got that.
Just got a
turn.
bow and arrow here going. Yes, high school. I mean, in college, he could have made that foot touch his head. High school, he can't do that.
Trying to crank him over there, get that other shoulder down. But Treaster comes out of it, so 3 near fall points for Weber, and then I think Weber just got busted in the nose and got a little blood here, so we'll get a stoppage for some blood time.
9-0 with 1:11 left in. Is this still the first?
Second
It
period.
is the second period. The scoreboard's incorrect. Sorry.
126-pound final here at the 68th annual Douglas Goodwill Invitational.
Tim, if you're Derby's coach, what are you telling him over there while he's in this injury time, blood time?
I'd be getting hand control and just work your way to a stand up. I mean, he's been so focused trying to get a roll when, I mean, Weber's been doing a great job of following. At that point, you just got to work to get hands and get straight up.
Short blood stoppage. Weber's back and okay, lead by 9 midway through the second period.
It's working a spiral ride there from the top for a second to break him back down, had that half in deep. Well, they got one.
There's an escape for Treaster at 126 pounds. Now they go out of bounds, so they'll be in the neutral position. 53 seconds left in the second period. A 9-1 lead for Pratt's Dalton Weber over Derby's Tate Rusher at 126.
Defense.
He's good on that reshoot. He's comfortable being down low, just not having to change level, just staying low, ready to shoot.
I'd say his defense was great. He had his head in great position. Derby couldn't get by his head even.
Yep, Coach Rhodes, Dusty Rhodes always told us your first line of defense is your face. And that's what this gentleman was doing here.
Down to the final 20 seconds of the second period.
I'd like to see a stalemate here. Get them back up on their feet.
And
he got it.
I'd be surprised if Weber doesn't shoot on the whistle. Steal that takedown at the end.
There he goes.
10 seconds to finish, but it doesn't. That's going to be tough. It's a lot of work to get dumped that weight and come out.
Down to 3, 2, 1 in the period.
You got it.
Well, that was lightning fast. They're going to give it to him.
I don't
Nope,
think
they're not going to. They're going to say it was neutral. Now the two officials will confer. They're going to say no. Get it. Was a great effort though at the end of the second period. So after 2, Pratt's Devin Weber, I beg your pardon, Devin Weber.
That may have been
Tate Rusher 9-1.
That may have been a different call had the match been a little bit closer there.
Yep.
So Devin Weber of Pratt, Rusher Derby into the final period at the 126-pound weight class. It's a 9-1 lead for Weber of Pratt.
Yeah, he's got to be careful with that.
Yeah, there's points.
Yeah.
That's just good body position.
Weber could finish it here.
Good body position wrestling.
At a minimum, it'll be 14-1. He's trying for the pin here.
He needs to slip out of those legs, slip to the side, do a side headlock. He's already got his 3. If he's going to go for the pin, he's going to let him go.
So 14-1. If he could flip and get a couple more near falls, we'd be done.
I say Derby's still working hard. Oh, he did the same thing again.
Yep.
And this is going to do it. That'll, at a minimum, is going to be the near fall. So we're going to have a minimum of a tech fall here for Devin Weber of Pratt. If he just lets him out of it, it'll be over. 53 seconds left in the third period.
Well, yeah, this one's over for sure. It's either going to be into the pen or into the tech fall. I feel like this kid's not going to let him sit here for 46 seconds.
Wow. I say Weber's got to readjust. Weber's got to readjust.
Still has the same pinning combo. There we go.
And that'll do it. And that's a tech fall with 30 seconds left in the third period. The Goodwill champion at 126 pounds, Pratt's Devin Weber finishing second. Derby's Tate Rusher. Now we go on to the 132-pound weight class, and we should have a good one here. The senior Kaiser Pelland, a 3-time state qualifier, against the sophomore Nolan Egan from Derby, a state qualifier last year as a freshman, finished 4th at the state meet as a freshman. Should be a good one at 132 pounds. Just the second match of the day for Nolan Egan. He won by a tech fall in his first match. Also just the second match of for Allen. Both of them got a way into the semifinals.
Should be well rested then.
Yeah, well, we see some action then. See if these boys come out and test themselves today. It's similar to the beginning of the match in Egan's first match. There's a lot of hand fighting, a lot of wrist going for wrist control. Got to have heavy hips here. Push the head down. Get a cross face in.
And I'm just telling you, because they both were just not going to give an inch.
Tweak it.
Not giving an inch. Nolan Egan gets that from his father, Steve. Oh, Patna. 1:15 left in the first period. Egan of a Derby, Pelland of Pratt.
Oh, he
Scoreless.
Went for a little fireman's carry. It looked like there maybe a high crotch, but he got stopped short. Didn't get past.
Just say Brad had a post on his shoulder right there.
Well, good action here. They get the bound. They go out of bounds. Too bad that didn't happen in the middle of the mat.
Egan put out the stop sign there and caught a leg, prevented him from going behind. It's good stuff. Let's see if we can get a little bit more attack going on from the Derby side of things here. Good sprawl.
Right back up.
I'll go, reshot. I was waiting
I
for
like
it.
that idea by Derby.
Yep. If the distance wasn't so far, I think he might have been able to pull it off, but he knew he was a little bit too far away.
Final 30 seconds of a scoreless first period. The 132-pound championship match.
Nice. Come on, finish. Oh, man, that was a
Egan
good knee
nearly
pick.
had it.
Good ankle pick there.
Pratt looking for a dump.
He wasn't. If Egan would have had a little bit more pressure on his head, that ankle pick would have been very successful.
Say Derby needs to post on the back of his Pratt's head with his left hand and rip his arm out.
Got 5
Let that
seconds.
go
Got to
behind.
hit something here.
He's got a shuck.
Trying to spin his way around. He's going to run out of time. So I tell you what, for a scoreless first period, Egan kind of controlled the tempo there over Pelland of Pratt.
Yeah, there was a couple of times where the Pratt kid had some moves on him, but he was able to defend them well.
So Pelland on bottom, Egan on top to start the second period. That 132-pound championship here at the Goodwill Invitational.
He's got good pressure. He's up on his toes, looking for a cradle there. Pratt's not really hitting any moves yet. No, he basically
Gets the first point. So Pelland of Pratt gets the first point of the match on an escape with 1:40 in the second period.
Like to see some offense out of these guys. Let's see some attacks going on here.
I'd like to see a lot more level change in side to side motion. Try to get an opening there.
Now going for a little drag there, a little wrist control into a drag potentially. Didn't have it tight enough. Nice. He's going to finish that for 2.
You got to suck that in.
Egan
Get
takes
the half,
the lead.
get the half, get the half.
Egan get the half in there. Egan leads at 2-1
Pratt needs
with
to
a
let go of that head.
Get behind. That was good stuff.
Egan's on top, 2-1, 1:08 in the second period.
Egan had been fighting wrist, and then he finally clubs the head. And when the kid's head went down, he popped back up, went straight for the shot, and that was good. That was good timing.
Pelland gets the escape. We're tied at 2:55 seconds in the second. 132-pound weight class. Pelland of Pratt, Egan of Derby.
Looks to me that Egan's getting a little bit more confident. He knows he can stop his shots. He stopped every one of his shots so far, and he was able to score that takedown. So I think on his feet, he's going to get a little bit more confident.
Ooh, interesting spot here. Pelland, still no one in control. Pelland seems to be in a position of leverage. Egan trying to fend it off.
Yeah,
And now they give the takedown. 2 points for Pelland with 25 seconds left in the second.
He's not giving up any back points here, though, even that he is cranking
Not
on that
yet.
arm.
He's got the hammer lock, though, set up. Pratt does. Pratt's got to work for a half or work to thread that needle.
Trying to get him
Derby's in bad
turned.
position.
8 seconds in the period, trying to stave off some back points here for Pratt. Not going to get it. So it'll be a 4-2 Pelland lead as the time expires on the second quarter. So Kaiser Pelland of Pratt leads Nolan Egan of Derby as we go to the third and final period, and it will be Egan's choice. And he will choose down to open the third.
Yep, got to. He's gonna get away here.
Egan appears to be in a little better condition, perhaps, than Pelland.
I think he just got caught in a bad spot there.
So here we go. Egan down by a couple. 1:55 left in the third.
Say Pratt's getting a little high on
Yeah,
his ride.
that's why he's
I'd
going for
definitely
that
get
head.
back. He's going to look for a Spider-Man here. He's got to extend him out. If he extends Derby, Derby will be in danger here. The thing is, the ref should be counting because he has a side headlock hooked up, and you get about 5 seconds on that before a stall call.
He's gonna
If
pop his
Egan
head
can
out.
get his head loose,
Yep. He's getting ready to get an escape.
Yep.
or
and it's
reversal.
it's a 4-all tie. Egan gets the reversal with 1:25 left. We're tied at 4 at the 132-pound championship.
Derby, I'm cutting him here, and I'm starting my sprint right now to possibly get a takedown or two.
Trying to get that kind of leverage from the top position and then losing that leverage is very disheartening. It takes a lot out of you. And he's
Stalling
already got a-
warning going to be coming against Pellin for Pratt.
That's big. Got that cradle right there. Let's see if he locks it up. He's got
Egan
it
trying to
locked.
get him flipped over and get these back points with under a minute left in the third period.
He didn't have it close enough to the knee. He had that cradle locked up more towards his groin area, and it wasn't going to be effective. He wasn't
Pellin-
able to turn him.
Pellin really not doing a whole
Yeah.
lot. Already been warned for stalling, kind of in a precarious spot, and now he gets the escape, and Pellin
Gotta
leads
go.
5-4.
Pellin
43
needs to go
seconds
now.
left.
Got to go, Egan.
Say I wouldn't waste any time if I'm Derby. I'm getting right in there, keeping him in the fire.
Pellin shoots. Egan kicks out of it. 33 seconds left. Pellin leads at 5-4. Egan trying to get around him and score the takedown.
Going to that side
Keep
headlock.
driving. If he keeps driving, he can possibly get that cradle.
He's got to pop his head loose.
He's got the leg, but
And
there's
Egan gets
points.
the takedown. 20
Nope, he
seconds left.
missed
Oh, they
the-
didn't
missed
give
the
it.
hook.
Wow.
They didn't give it to him.
16 seconds. Come on, bud.
Gotta get that
5-4.
hook. He's got to get that ankle hooked.
Pellin leads 5-4, down to 10 seconds left. Egan trying to pop his head loose and be a Goodwill champion against Pellin, who has been here
5
before.
seconds.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and he didn't get it. Pellin of Pratt, Kaiser Pellin wins over Nolan Egan of Derby in the Goodwill. A fantastic match, 132 pounds. The senior and 3-time state qualifier, the victor at 132.
Man,
That's
that's tough. I mean, basically the Pratt kid just hung on to an elbow for the 30 seconds of that match. He didn't do anything but hold on. That's a tough.
I mean,
match.
it was a smart move, though, by Pratt to do that.
Yeah, that's a tough match to lose. Now we're rolling into it. Oh, he's busting out the old school Douglas singlets. Those were back before my time, I think. I think I wore that singlet when I was in elementary. Holy
Matt-
moly.
Matt Reynolds for Douglas. Boy, that is going way back into the supply closet where and he will take on Keyshawn Thompson of Pratt. This will be a good one.
Banger, too, for sure.
138-pound championship match. First Douglas wrestler in his meet.
I feel like both these wrestlers are bulldogs. They use their strength more than they use their techniques. This is going to be interesting to see who comes out on top.
The Douglas junior Matt Reynolds, a state qualifier last year. This is Keyshawn Thompson's first Goodwill final. He also a junior.
Yes, I don't think either of these guys will wait. It's going to be nonstop.
And the early control goes to Thompson of Pratt. Takes an early 2-0 lead with 1:25 in the first.
Say Pratt's having a very nice showing so far in their
Yeah, in the
matches.
finals. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see what happens on a fresh restart here. Hopefully he's got something special planned for the whistle here. Looked like we had a little bit of caution there, but it didn't get called for green there.
They go out of bounds. 1:03 in the first period, and it will remain Thompson in control for Pratt here at 138 pounds.
There's points. There's points. Come on,
Yep.
baby.
Reynolds
Gonna
trying to get it
one
in
or
there.
two.
Boy, great action here.
Oh, nice.
And
cradle.
Reynolds gets the reversal to tie it up. Now he's going to try to get him over on his back. 49 seconds in the period, and now Reynolds
Oh,
going to get
that's
some
tight.
back time.
That's tight.
Well, he's got it sucked up tight. He's nearing a fall. Reynolds trying to be a Goodwill champion, and he is. Douglas's Matt Reynolds, a Goodwill champion.
Excellent. Excellent. He got that locked up tight. He had 41 seconds to try to fight out of that cradle, and I didn't see it happening. He had all of his weight over his chest, over his neck. That was good, nice and tight.
For people not for Douglas, it's really difficult to explain what it means to win this tournament to the people in this town.
And I feel a little cheated. I wish they would have stayed in neutral more. I thought that would have been a really fun match to watch in neutral.
Yep. Yeah, those guys like to have heavy hands and fight.
And to
Good
say
stuff.
they weren't trying to set anything up too much. We're just going.
So Douglas gets its first champion. Matt Reynolds at 130 pounds. Now we're on to the 145. Israel Garza of Eisenhower High School, a sophomore in his first Goodwill final against Jaden Simmons from Newton, a senior in his first appearance in the Goodwill Championship.
Nice single by Newton.
I like how they wrap that leg around there to secure that takedown.
Yep. So you got to get that foot at the ground and get it seen.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That's what
Eisenhower's
happened,
not wasting time. He
He
wants
wa-
that lead.
Looked like Newton was kind of relaxing, thinking we were going to go back to center. And Eisenhower said, nope, I'm going to go ahead and shoot here, bud.
Yep. Nice finish by Eisenhower there.
Takes the lead there, 3-2 off of the escape and the takedown.
Garza of Eisenhower leads 3-2 over Newton's Jaden Simmons.
By Eisenhower there.
Takes the lead there, 3-2 off of the escape and then the takedown.
Garza of Eisenhower leads 3-2 over Newton's Jaden Simmons. They're at the 145-pound weight class. 1 minute left in the first period. And now they're both up. Ties it up at 3 apiece.
55 seconds left in the first.
Nice single. Got to get it elevated.
Going with that leg again. Hook that leg around, see if he can come up with a takedown.
Eisenhower's got a whizzer hard here.
Yeah, he gave up that wizard though.
Yeah.
Now he's going with hopefully a side headlock, but it's not gonna. He's gonna be able to pop his head out here in a second. There it is. There's the points.
Yes, I don't think he ever got the side headlock hooked up. He never
No.
had the arm.
He
So
was hoping and
Yep.
praying.
Very high scoring first period. Simmons of Newton leads 5-3. 10 seconds left in the first. And an
That's
escape
it.
for
Ooh.
Garza. Did he get it? Oh, no, they're
Man,
not
Garza's
going
got
to
to know
say
the
so.
time there. He's got to just take his one.
Yep.
4.8 seconds left in the first period. And it remains a 5-3 Simmons lead over Garza of Eisenhower.
Say Garza just got a little too greedy there, trying to get 2 instead of 1.
You got a hand control if you're gonna hit that switch.
And the first period is over with Simmons from Newton leading Eisenhower to Garza 5-3 at 145 pounds. So Simmons will choose the down position.
Looks like Newton went for a sit out there, but then got flattened straight to his belly.
Yep, Garza has a good gable ride right now, rolling them wrists under. I'd like to see Garza get his knees off the mat, though, get all that weight right on the back of Newton there.
Isn't there a Garza that's wrestling the 285-pound weight class as
I
well?
believe so.
Yeah, this might be little brother by a lot.
Yeah, divided by 2. So he's got to get up on his toes, start grinding on that back, get them wrists rolled under. Newton's got to be careful there with that leg hook. He could
Yeah,
just be
he's got
loading
it deep.
himself up.
Garza's got the position of control.
He's
Yeah,
got back
that-
points there.
yeah.
He's getting back points. Yeah,
That's going to be pretty tight, too.
He had it deep for sure.
That'll give him the lead. He had trailed previously. He was down 5-3 before he got into this pin combination. 50 seconds left in the second period. Garza of
Yep,
Eisenhower
Garza.
about to take. He will take the lead if he doesn't get the pin.
He's about to get the fall
Yeah,
here.
say
Once
Garza's
he
going to
gets
get
that
them
head up,
legs in. Yeah, I don't. That's tight.
he does have a
He's
shoulder
got,
up
Garza's
still.
got to look up himself. He can't be looking at the mat. He's got to get his chest up, putting all that weight right through Simmons'
That is
chest
a
there.
good fight, but he's got 25 seconds left to fight here, and that's going to be a rough go.
Got to say, if Garza just makes that minor adjustment to look up, I think
There he's got it. Garza, Israel Garza of Eisenhower, your champion, the sophomore at 145 pounds, defeating the senior Jaden Simmons from Newton.
Next up in the first place
Israel
match,
Garza.
in the 152-pound weight division, Lindsay from Derby High School and Thompson.
So Israel Garza of Eisenhower, the victor at 145. We move on to 152 pounds. It'll be Kason Lindsay, the senior, last year's state champion at 145 pounds, bumped up to 152 this year for Derby, a three-time state qualifier. He'll take on Hogan Thompson of Pratt, third last year here at Goodwill, and a state qualifier. Lindsay of Derby, a senior trying for a third victory here at Goodwill. He second his freshman year, first place each of the last 2 years.
Say this would be a nice contrast in body styles. Say Derby's kind of longer, leaner, where Pratt's a little bit more compact.
Deer.
Say he's keeping his distance. He's not getting too close. Now he's got that body lock.
Nice.
And he gets the two, so Derby's in the front early. Lindsay, last year's state champion at 145 pounds.
Put himself in bad position there, Derby
Yeah,
did. He gave up control big time, going for a standing tilt somehow, and just had to drop down to a leg to save it.
I say very smart by Derby there to do that knee slide out of bounds, get a fresh start here.
Nice tight waist there, keeping hand control.
Gotta say, Derby's doing a good job of keeping that forward pressure on him.
You can tell.
Good job of keeping that forward pressure on him.
You can tell. Trying to suck
Nice
him
suck
back. You better not give up any back points getting sucked back in high school there, bud.
45 seconds left in the first
I used to
period.
pin people in chin drops. It's fun.
Derby's Kason Lindsay, a 2-0 lead here at the 152-pound championship match. 68th Goodwill Invitational.
$38 seconds. First period.
Just a contrast in arm size kind of has
Yeah.
me laughing a little bit.
He's
Pratt's
definitely a little
well-built.
stubbier. Yeah, he's a little stubbier, isn't he? Good heavy hands, though. I like it.
Mhm.
Nice little slide. Oh, I like that
Nice.
setup. I tried teaching our kids that setup last year. Hit a slide by, and then once he resets from the slide by and faces you, hit him with the shot. And that's what he did there. He almost was successful with it.
Hogan Thompson of Pratt, Kason Lindsay of Derby in a 2-1 match. It is a Derby's Lindsay with the 2-1 lead, down to 7 seconds in the second period or the first period.
It's going to be Pratt's decision here. He defers. Green chooses bottom. Derby chooses bottom here.
So Lindsay will be on bottom. Thompson will be on top. For period number 2. Lindsay with the 2-1 lead going to the second.
So I'd like to see Pratt pick up his pace here. I mean, you're going against a state champ. You have nothing to lose. All the pressure is kind of on him. I'd like to see Pratt kind of try to force his action some, get into some legs.
There we go.
Big
There's a
lift.
return. He's right back up. I think that's how he's going to
Yep.
score his point. He's pick him up, make him return, pick him up, make him return.
Stall. Yep.
Yep.
Can't be bringing him to the line and lifting him up.
124 in the second period of this 152-pound championship match.
Pratt's got to break this guy down immediately.
Got to say, Derby's right to his feet, though. God,
Yep.
that's tough.
Yep.
You got to let him go.
He's going to gas here.
Yeah, you got to let him go. Otherwise, yeah, you're just going to gas yourself.
Oh, standing re-switch there.
So it's
Wow,
a
nice. by
3-1 lead now for Kason, and now a 5-1 lead. Or make it, I believe it should be 5-1.
Yeah, it
I don't
should
think
be
it's
five.
the
It's only a
scoreboard shows
stall call.
6-1. So it's 5-1, but we're going to have some near fall points here as well.
Getting ready to be
58
eight-
seconds.
Getting ready to be 8-1
Yep.
there, but that
Gotta
takedown
say-
was smooth.
Yeah, it was.
Couple posts, couple heavy hands, couple clubs to the back of the head, and then just nice clean shot.
Gotta say, it was a nice pop-up go.
May not even have to award points. This one may be done. Case and Lindsay of Derby nearing a fall with 38 seconds left of the second period, but Thompson
Should
works
be
out of it.
awarded.
Yeah, I don't know why he's not rewarding that. It doesn't matter if his leg's still turked.
Now they've given him the 3 near fall. The scoreboard shows 9-1. I believe it's 8-1.
Gotta say, I didn't see a second stall call, so.
Right out of bounds, 15 seconds left. Well, no coaches argued the score.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
We'll say 9-1. Until they tell us otherwise. Well, there they did change on the scoreboard. Now it's 8-1. 15 seconds left in the second period. Lindsay of Derby in control of Hogan Thompson of Pratt.
Nice.
And he
right.
didn't get it.
Well, at least
Time expired.
Yep.
No points awarded to go to the third with Derby's Kaysen Lindsay
Pratt's
leading
going
Pratt's
down.
Hogan Thompson.
yeah, I feel like that's a bad call. We just watched Derby kid, lay the law down basically from the top position here, and he chose Pratt chooses bottom again. I'd go feeder. At least let me go on top and see if I can't beat on him.
Well, he's out of it right
No,
away.
I mean, Derby
8-2.
was standing up on him. Look at he split. I mean, I definitely would have went neutral and tried to get something.
That's nice. Wasn't able to finish on it. Reshot though.
Say Derby's giving him no room to breathe, even with a comfortable lead.
8-2 the lead. Lindsay of Derby over Thompson of Pratt. 136 in the third period here at 152 pounds.
Say Derby's getting a little extended here.
I think he's shifted into top gear and he's just coasting at this point. Though he knows he's locked it up. He doesn't need to be the aggressor too bad.
I'd still like to see Derby here push the pace, try to get firmly in the major lead here. So, I mean, he's up by 6. So, I mean, a takedown puts him right in the major, and then I'd try to get either a turn or cut him again, get one more. He's got a minute 15 to work. Nice.
Nice. He's gonna finish that.
Yep.
Knee slide up. Knee slide up.
Knee slide, drive, stay
Out
in.
of bounds.
And then they go out. 55 seconds in the third period. And again, Case and Lindsay from Derby. Comfortably in control, but that can change on a dime. These Pratt wrestlers have shown the ability for sudden change.
Yep.
I say Pratt definitely has that never say die attitude. It's fun to
He's
watch.
gonna score 2 there.
So
That's
it's
2.
8-4 now with 42 seconds left. Now he's got to try to make something special happen here in the waning seconds. Hogan Thompson of Pratt trying to come from behind. Case and Lindsay of Derby has controlled this match from the beginning. And here with 30 seconds left, Thompson trying to.
Yeah, with Derby with 2 stall calls to give, I mean, it should be in no hurry to do anything really.
Yeah, he's not gonna move from that spot.
They go out of
pulls him
bounds.
out again.
Yeah, why would you pull him out there? Unless he's got a sick move on the whistle here, I don't see why we would want to restart there.
No, I'd love to see an Olympic pancake. Maybe hit a Brandon Eggum egg roll, something cool. Try to get that, and he lets him stand up.
Yeah.
14 seconds left. Case and Lindsay nearing an escape.
He's got to let him go and go for 5. He's got to go for 5.
9-4 with 5.9 seconds left, and time's just not on the side of Hogan Thompson for Pratt.
Watch out for the headlock. Throw it.
Headlock, body
Oh,
lock,
hit a
something.
slide by. Derby hits a slide by there to stall out the rest of the match.
Nice.
So Case and Lindsay of Derby, your champion at 152 pounds here at the Douglas Goodwill tournament. On now to 160 pounds. We've seen some good action in this one. Sam Elliott of Bueller, Jace Jenkins of Derby. Jenkins the senior in his first Goodwill final. Elliott of Bueller, a junior, 4th place in the 2018 Goodwill tournament, the 152-pound champion last year, and a state champion last year at 152 pounds, moving up to 160.
I say just watching the Bueller guys earlier matches, he's got a fun, unorthodox style to him.
So here we go, the championship at 160 pounds.
Neither guy wanting to tie up there, get into a collar tie action. They're just wanting to keep the distance and.
Oh,
No points yet. No points yet.
Whoa!
There's some action.
My!
Holy moly. He literally pulled him over the top into a front flip straight to his back. That's
I almost thought he did a flip over there.
2 points for Elliott on the takedown. He's going to score some near fall as well. Will he get 2 or will he get 3? He gets 3 near fall. And then now they go out of bounds. Boy, oh boy, what a first 30 seconds of this one. It'll be 5-0 out of the gate for Elliott for Bueller.
Wow. Let's cut him. Let's cut him. Get back to the feet. Let's see another flip.
Both guys are going for it today, baby.
At my age, if my body did that,
I think my leg would break in
you'd
there.
be preparing the casket.
Say I saw a flip, a forward flip.
And when you're on the top position to where you go to bottom. Yeah, that was intense.
And they're mixing it up
All right, where's
again.
the flip going? Oh, nice.
And
nice, right to his back.
after an escape for Jenkins, another takedown for
That's going to be
Elliott.
5-1
Yeah.
right there if he doesn't get the fall here.
Well, he's nearing the
10-1.
fall, just trying to
10-1.
keep himself in bounds. He needs a 3 near fall coming, so it'll be a minimum 10-1 for Elliott, last year's 152 state champion. And there's his pin. Boy, what a match!
I'd like to see that 2 or 3 more times, man. I'd like to see best 2 out of 3 there. That was fun.
So Sam Elliott from Bueller, the 2020 Goodwill champion at 100. So 170 pounds coming. Trayton Rusher of Derby, 3rd at last year's Goodwill state qualifier for the Panthers, a senior, taking on Augusta's Garrett Davis, 4th at last year's Goodwill, and 2nd place finisher at the state meet last year.
Wait, which one was the runner-up?
The Augusta wrestler, Garrett
Augusta.
Davis.
Okay.
Trying to go
More
with
good action early.
2-on-1 to a slide by there, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, I feel bad for them. How do you live up to that last match?
Well, they're trying. Takedown, 2 points there for Augusta's Davis.
Wow. Did you see 2 there?
I did not.
Wow, that was
I
quick.
did not see any control there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's confirming.
Yeah, they're confirming that.
I would go ahead and wipe that off if I was the official.
Yeah.
I never really got around behind him, did he?
No, he didn't cover the hips at all.
No.
You kind of see the mannerism on the assisting official. He's got his hands in his pockets.
Yeah, I think they're going to wipe that off and put him in neutral position with no score.
Yeah, you can read the mannerisms of the.
Yeah, that's a
officials
good
there.
decision.
Yep, that's fair.
Hey, the job of the officials is to get it right, and they got that right.
Yep.
So 35 seconds in at 170
Nice.
pounds. This one's a little closer to a more orthodox, and there's control for Davis, so he does get the 2.
It's the first 2-on-1 or Russian tie that I've seen today that actually resulted in some points there.
And now Derby's a Trayton Rusher with the escape to make it 2-1 with 1:05 in the first period.
A lot of hand fighting here. Get in the collar tie, get out of the collar tie. Let's see if we can turn it into something here.
So I'd like to see Augusta hit a nice short snap there and then do go behind, but lets him up.
Nope.
He's got to get up. Got to get up. Can't
No.
sit there.
He ain't going to get it.
23 seconds in the first period. Augusta's
Derby-
Garrett Davis, a 2-1 lead.
Derby's got to post up with his left and get back to his feet. There you go. Just keep that arm. Keep that arm. He can't finish there. Oh, he let go of it.
5
Should be
seconds
2.
left.
Yep.
Yeah, he gets the reversal. So Davis now leads 4-1 as the time expires on the first period. The 170-pound weight class championship here in Douglas. Davis wins the flip, defers option to the third period. And rusher chooses down.
So we got Augusta here leading 4-1.
I say been good action to the entire first. There we
And now
go.
there's an escape. So it'll be 4-2 now as rusher escapes with 1:38 in the second.
Gotta say right here, Derby's got to post up, get back to his feet, reset here.
Going with a little knee pick action there. Same move that got him at the end of the first there. Work for him again.
So Davis extends his advantage. The 170-pounder from Augusta over Triton rusher of Derby, 1:15 left in the second period. It's 6-2. The 170-pounder from Augusta over Triton rusher of Derby, 1:15 left in the second period. It's 6-2.
They showing why he took second in state last year. That's for sure. Really controlling the match.
Got controlling the fight for hands for sure.
I'd like Derby to get up here and work to get his wrist before he takes a shot. There's been a couple times he just dove in there.
Augusta's got to get off his knees when he's on top, and he's let him get into different positions and gave up a couple points there with escapes because he's on his knees and he's hip to hip with him on his knees. You can't do that.
Again, these rusher wrestlers from Derby, sons of former Douglas grade school, Seal Elementary grade school principal, Sandy Rusher. So Douglas connection with these rusher kids from Derby.
Well, we need to just take all the credit for that then.
We'll just claim them as our own. Put them on Douglas points.
Yes, it's not like Derby beat them.
We get half of them. We get half the points.
6-2 as we go to the third period. Davis from Augusta with the lead over rusher from Derby.
Interesting decision for the Augusta kid to choose both up. I know he's scored a couple of takedowns here, but they weren't on his attacks. They were all off defensive scores from the feet.
I mean, to be honest, though, watching him ride, I feel like he's definitely more of a neutral wrestler where he's more comfortable.
Yeah. He did give up those escapes.
There it is. No, he takes it.
Take a shot.
That's a nice corner turn there. He's got to elevate that leg. He's got to shelve it up or elevate it. One of the two.
And he can't get the score, so it stays 6-2 in favor of Davis for Augusta. 90 seconds left in the third period at 170 pounds.
Derby's getting to the legs. He's not creating too much motion, so I mean it's easy for Davis just to stop him on the hips.
And they'll stalemate it. Back.
I'd like to see
Douglas earlier at 100 pounds. Now Jace High from Douglas, a state qualifier last year, will wrestle Miles Wash from Derby in 180.
Let's do this.
Jace High for the Bulldogs. The junior, a 9-2 match record here early on in the season. And we're underway.
Slap a nice sturdy collar tie on in there.
Anybody else notice that Douglas should have got a caution there?
Negative.
Foot was not on the line.
Oh, man.
Come on. It's the simplest thing to do.
One of the only times a Douglas wrestler would have faced someone from a school the size of Derby. It's been a hallmark of this tournament for years and years, inviting the best in the area as they go out of bounds.
We always got to see good teams at the Valley Center dual team tournament. That was always a tough go for us at the beginning of the year as well, but this one was one of the other ones where we got to see the 5A, 6A kids.
Jace High from Douglas, a state qualifier a season ago, squaring off with Miles Wash of Derby at 182 pounds.
Neither kid wanting to really slap a collar tie on here.
Yeah, it's like, who's the first one to blink here? Come on. You're in a championship match. Let's go. Can't be doing that again. Most likely he'll get warned there if he backs out again.
If he pops collar tie on you like that and forces you out, pop his elbows up and hit a double, hit a single, get him some legs.
I mean, to score points, you either got to tie up or you got to move.
Yep.
Sitting there staring at one another ain't going to do anything.
30 seconds left in the opening period, and it has just been after 1 over Miles Wash of Derby.
So I'd like to see a little.
His feet.
So I'd get some hand control here. Say neither of them are really throwing too heavy of hands right now. They're just
Yeah,
kind
they
of
got to
laying
create
on
some
one
action
another.
on their feet. I feel like as opposed to all the other matches where we wanted them to stand back up, I'd rather see these guys back on the mat.
Yeah, if we're going to get our motion down there, let's go.
I think these guys respect each other a little bit here.
I'm not going to lie. The ref should be definitely feeling a double stall here coming pretty quick.
There's some
Nice
action.
Shot, reshot.
Wash now trying to
There
get
we
super aggressive, high fending him off.
He's got to get his arm out of there.
Whoever has the highest hip wins.
And
Yep.
Wash ties it up at 3 apiece with 51 seconds in the second period. So Derby and Douglas doing battle.
You
He's
can't
got to
go
watch
your
for
hip.
that half.
Yeah,
You say Derby was baiting him into that
Yep,
roll.
absolutely. Come on, put it in there. Let me get this half on the far side there.
Yep.
Yep. Get your hips up. Oh, man.
Oh, boy, he couldn't quite get out of it.
Just
High
like-
nearly had an escape to regain the lead down to the final 25 seconds of the second period here at 182 pounds.
He's just got to stand up. He had a nice stand up before. Get that fresh start.
15 seconds
They're
left
out.
here.
They're out. They were out. It's a
That's
good ride by Derby.
Oh,
I just couldn't quite get it. He got separation but
They know how
twice,
to
but
bounce.
couldn't get up. And now the time expires on the second period in a 3-all tie at 182 pounds.
is anybody feeling that these guys might be gassed potentially? Looks like High might be a little bit gassed here.
He's
I
going to
tried
have
be
to
that
ride.
guy, but they've been gassed all match.
So he'll have to ride it out here. 2 minutes, third period.
Hanging on that hip.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Got to finish. Oh, that's a stall.
Nope, didn't give him a stall there.
Lucky. I'd like to see him chop that arm in, try to get it 2-on, maybe work your wrist.
Got to stop hanging hip to hip. That's why are we doing that? That's awful position. Yeah,
And the escape for Wash gives him the 4-3 lead. So Derby's Miles Wash here early in the third period leads Douglas's Jace High at 182 pounds.
got that little single in
Elevate.
there.
Pick
High's
it up,
trying to
pick it up,
regain
pick it
the
up.
lead. Got the leg in there real tight. 13 left.
The way his body language is not very good right now. He's got his head on the mat, and after that, do something here.
Get your butt up. Get your butt up.
42 seconds left. Miles Wash of Derby leads Jace High of Douglas 6-3 at 182 pounds.
We're
Get
gonna
a
find out
quick
who he is
30-second
here.
timeout so we can
Yeah.
get our breath back, maybe get a drink of water.
We're gonna find out who High is here. He needs to have something big here on the whistle.
Switch. Oh, you gotta keep your butt up, keep your hips up.